Another day, another ODI bilateral series domination loading for India.
You're that confident?
I'm very confident. Because look at who are New Zealand missing. Kane Williamson,
Yeah,
Tim Southee,
correct.
Matt Henry.
Don't forget Ish Sodhi is out of the first
Sodhi
match.
is out for the first ODI because of an ankle injury. Then Adam Milne, already not there. Matt Henry out during the Pakistan
Forget
series.
that. Where are our people who are missing?
Okay. They are stuck in. One is stuck in traffic. The other struggles to find parking within the vicinity.
Then you should come
Before time?
half an hour early and find parking.
Yes.
You come in your car.
I recently have not been doing that because the construction on this thing makes it a pain. So I came by metro. Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
7 stations now. Very easy. You can come smoothly.
Delhi is livable only because of the metro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a brilliant thing that has been blessed upon this city. Otherwise, road traffic. Oh,
It's hell. Yeah.
hell.
And
I thought
now
Bangalore was bad, but now Delhi is slowly getting.
No, I've been coming from Delhi every day to Noida. Smooth.
Really? What? Yeah.
The other must be the IP.
Smooth.
Akshardham route.
No. Barapula every day.
Acha, Barapula's time is not?
Okay,
Because I come
go
from.
every day. Now 3 weeks I've been coming from Delhi.
No, some days when whatever time I'm coming.
Smooth.
Oh, because I remember one day I decided to test the road. I took a cab. I was stuck for an hour. No, never mind. I don't want to be stuck for an hour for a
Yesterday
20-minute
I heard,
route.
like there was a lot of traffic on the roads yesterday.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people got stuck.
Yes.
Also because slowly and gradually people are
Coming out of
getting
their
back to
slumber.
work
Yeah.
after those long extended New Year holidays. No such luck for us because we've been working non-stop because Indian cricketers have been playing non-stop.
Yep.
What a feel for them also, poor guys.
That's why
On
they.
the road.
That's why they
Yeah.
take breaks in between. No,
Now they're saying no more breaks.
no more breaks.
Yep. So imagine the turnaround time in the Sri Lanka series. You had only two days of turnaround time. Here at least you have 3 days because from Hyderabad you move to Raipur and then from Raipur you move to Indore.
Right.
So that's how your 3 ODIs are shaping up to be.
Hyderabad reminds me that the team went and met Rajamouli and Junior NTR
Correct,
and all
yes.
of that yesterday. Did
Yep.
we do something on it?
I just saw the things right now. Truth be
Yeah,
told.
so please
Yes.
do that. And Rafael Nadal lost.
Yes, I did that.
Who did it?
With the
Is it the last time he's being seen on
I think the
the
last
Australian
time we may
Open
see-
courts?
Yes.
Very likely. Very
Because
likely.
with
Melbourne Park
hip-
last time.
With that hip and knee, which he was
Yeah.
clearly struggling in the
Yeah, the
set.
third set though he was not moving.
Yes. And he is unfortunately 36. Age is not on the side.
Well, unfortunately.
And we all get
Yeah.
caught with age.
He
I mean-
can't be 26 all his life.
I know.
Yeah, but I think he's had a lot of injuries. Though.
Rahul is rare.
So
Right?
that is why.
He has a lot of injuries. I think even last year, French Open, he had that foot injury.
Knee tendonitis.
Yes.
That's the problem.
He's got an iron will, but
I read a line from the commentators when he was playing. He says when he retires, he'll be an orthopedic's dream because they can actually like study the body and figure out so many different
injuries.
They try to rebuild his body. They can do a lot of experiments and have
I know.
certain things in place.
So that is why, yeah. Looks like we may have seen the last of Rafael Nadal at the Australian Open, but yeah,
Oh.
2-time champion.
Truth be told, I remember when I was watching the
Yeah.
first round match where he was up against Jack Draper, fellow southpaw. Even there, initially he was struggling a bit. He was.
But Mackenzie McDonald,
Yeah.
he had a 5-setter in the first game, in the first match.
Match. Yeah.
And now from Berkeley, he's just ensured he's got his name in the history books. Mackenzie McDonald. I mean,
Please do one Shivam on the team meeting, the RRR,
yep, RRR team meeting. And what has happened here?
the Indian team meeting the RRR
Yep.
crew.
Won the toss and I
Chosen
can't
bat.
expected.
India have chosen to bat on a very, very placid and.
That's
and
very interesting because both Ashwin and Rohit Sharma had spoken about, doing early starts during World Cup. That time of the year, there'll be a lot of dew. So they said maybe early start would be a good way to ensure that dew doesn't play a major role in deciding, the match. Here, India have been, I don't know whether they'll be due at this time of the year in Hyderabad. It's tropical weather there usually, pretty much the same throughout the year. I don't know, but still, I mean, they've been doing this against Sri Lanka also. Sometimes winning the toss and batting first, which is so rare to see now in white ball cricket, especially day and night games with dew coming. Every team likes to chase.
Yes.
But India has been batting first also. Yeah, very interesting. What Rohit Sharma has said is that looks like a good pitch, a little dry.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we bowl under lights and defense score. We did well against Sri Lanka, but this is a different challenge. Important for us to keep the momentum going. See what happens with the dry pitch, it's a catch-22. So one way you want to bat first, saying that okay, if there is a little bit of juice there, make use of it now because it will get drier as the game progresses. So will be slightly tough to bat in the second inning. So I'm guessing that's what Rohit Sharma has thought. Or if there is dew, then it does get a lot of moisture and becomes better for batting. So I don't know. It's interesting.
We did say that we want to make sure we are able to defend the score. So maybe I think last year I remember when they got knocked out of the ICC T20 World Cup semis.
It was
Butler said very clearly that the only reason we chose to put India in is because we know they're very good at chasing. So maybe that's something they're trying to fix now. Best time to do
first.
it. Huh.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were playing again, it's the first match of a series. You need to win the series also. Had you done this, firstly, New Zealand is no Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Slightly better. So that is one, or not slightly, maybe more than slightly better than Sri Lanka. So that tougher opposition. Then the first game of the series. Yeah, last two series I think you played against New Zealand. Both time went to a decider. So
Correct.
why would you want to make any sort of change there? Finally, Harshit can join us. So, do you need a mic?
I've got one.
No, he's got. So, what are the three changes you got? Is Hardik is back, Shardul is back,
Fair is
Sky
four,
and
then.
Ishan are playing as well. So, no surprises there.
So here is the playing 11.
Oh, now everyone knows the playing 11.
Rohit, Shubman, Virat, Surya at 4, Ishan at 5,
As expected.
Hardik at 6.
No. It's just in the team
Yeah,
sheet.
it's in the team sheet.
That doesn't mean that they're batting there for sure.
Yeah, but Washington Sundar at 7, Shardul at 8, so you're batting till number 8.
Wonderful.
Kuldeep Yadav, okay.
See, now if you go with that team list, where is Ishan Kishan?
at number 4,
Then?
Surya at 5. Oh.
Yes. So there is no way that you can't say at 5, at 4. We also don't know. Other than Rahul Dravid and
Rohit
Rohit Sharma, I don't think anybody knows.
So no Umran.
I would want. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. See, the fact that they got Shardul Thakur into the squad and Rohit Sharma, I think yesterday mentioned that we need some sort of batting at number 8. Then itself was clear that Shardul is going to be in the 11. As soon as he comes in, one fast bowler needs to go out. And I'll tell you why they've put Umran out is because your Shami and Siraj, new ball bowlers, who's your first change? And there, because Shardul had to come in, your first change bowler usually is Umran, who doesn't bowl with a new ball. So he had to then go out and make way for Shardul Thakur because India is looking to have that cushion at number 8. So this is actually the 11 that when we were discussing yesterday, we had predicted as well that this is the 11 that they'll play. Sure enough.
Yesterday as well, we made the same point about Shami being in the 11 because of the experience that he brings, right?
Also new ball.
And hasn't really gotten much momentum recently.
Shardul barely bowls with the new ball.
He doesn't.
Umran barely bowls with the new ball. So who's going to partner Siraj with the new ball?
Shami.
You had no option.
Also, this also sort of gives you a sense that, yes, looking into the World Cup, again the World Cup, which is good 10 months from now, Mohammad Shami is going to be in the scheme of things then as well, which is why you're persisting with him. Yes, the situation, of course, at the moment, yes, it's because, let's say, Bumrah is not there and you want some experience in this relatively young looking squad. But even then, it's safe to say, I believe, that Mohammad Shami will be in the scheme of things for the World Cup as well, right?
Yeah, that was a given. The fact that they're choosing him, and I mean, I think they made a mistake initially of not taking him for not selecting him for the T20 World Cup. He eventually went because of injuries, but that was a mistake, I think they realized. But in the one-day format, there's no way that you won't take an experience. So I think he's almost there where Jasprit Bumrah is in terms of, unless of course he doesn't have the great lead up to the tournament, in which case he'll be in the squad but may not start. I don't know.
Or gets
whether
injured. That's also a possibility with him.
Yeah, but I mean, otherwise I think he's definitely part of your thought process.
Yep. And New Zealand, on the other hand,
Pretty interesting.
What's your
side,
team
sir.
like?
my team.
We've discussed India.
Yeah.
Now, what's
My
your
team, I mean, look, you don't have Bolt, you don't have Saudi, you don't have Henry. All those three
You're already
guys-
making excuses before even the first ball is
Not
bowled.
excuses. I mean, look, you need some experience. Your bowling experience is Lockie Ferguson. That's the
Yeah.
only.
Who I don't think is starting today. I didn't see him there.
Okay, then.
Just check. I mean, I'm not
He's
sure.
not
Matt
starting.
Henry is also out, right?
Matt Henry's out. So Blair
Adam
Mills out.
Let's just check.
so sad.
No, Lockie's there, but
Lockie
even
is
then,
there.
No, you got Santner, a lot of experience there.
your T20I captain.
Okay,
But no, Santner has no experience.
Santner has experience of playing in India a lot because of the IPL.
And running through India in a World Cup.
In 2016.
Correct.
7 years ago, yeah. But then look at Henry Shipley, just made his debut in the Pakistan ODI. 6 overs he bowled for just 28. Blair Tickner, more of a T20I specialist rather than ODI. By the way, you know that there's something special of Blair Tickner. He's a coffee shop entrepreneur in New Zealand. He has a own chain of coffee shops in Napier.
Nice.
Chain? Yes, he has a chain. He's an entrepreneur in Napier.
I think a lot of New Zealanders do have side hustles, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yes.
I don't
For
think they
example, Chris Harris is a medical salesman.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but the batting looks strong. That is the only
Yeah,
possibility.
the top order looks very, very
Finn
good.
Allen, Devon Conway, Henry Nicholls, Daryl Mitchell, Tom Latham, Glenn Phillips.
All are pretty familiar names, you can
Phillips
say.
won you that series against Pakistan.
Correct.
That 63 that he hit a 42, he was dropped and he gave you that win.
I
So,
think it's going to be him and
till
Conway
Michael
who'll have to
Bracewell.
do the heavy lifting with the bat.
No, Finn Allen.
Even though they're familiar names, as you said, but again, think the heavy lifting, as I said, could be down to these two guys.
So you have batting.
Tom
like
Latham.
India.
Exactly. Latham, Nichols, all are
Yeah.
Good
So you have
option.
batting
He loves playing against India.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Latham, yeah.
absolutely loves.
like,
the
in
Indian
Auckland,
bowling.
he got an ODI
Yeah.
100.
Yeah,
against
140 or how many did he get?
Yeah, he got a
Something like that, yeah.
So like India, they bat till number 8. But where do New Zealand lack is the bowling. Just Ferguson and Santner. Shipley, Tickner, Bracewell also. Bracewell struggled.
Coffee entrepreneur is there.
Yep, and you just had black coffee.
a nice black coffee of that.
Yeah. So Tickner is a coffee.
It was nice.
Coffee.
Shane had it. Shane, I said, anybody want to? Shane like did me a favor. Oh, okay, I'll have it then.
I'm not a black coffee person, a little bit milk normally, but I
Okay,
like it.
Chalo, I'll have it.
Yeah. So Devon Conway, CSK experience at the top, he will be vital.
Yes, he is the man.
Yeah. Daryl Mitchell, I think, had a season with Rajasthan Royals, but
Didn't get picked this year, if I'm not
yeah,
wrong.
didn't get picked.
Oh, interesting that Tom Latham said that they would have bowled first anyway.
Mm.
Okay.
Because see, that's why I was a bit surprised that India decided to bat because he says that the surface is good. They're missing a few key guys, huh?
Yeah, key guys
From the Pakistan series. Oh, they're fresh, yeah. From that series when 2-1 they won.
2-1,
2-1, yeah.
They just beat Pakistan and have come fresh from that. So, but I think the biggest difference I remember they were playing 3 spinners against Pakistan. So
Yes.
that was
That's
their
so
mantra to
correct.
success.
Those Sodhi
Sodhi.
playing.
Yes.
Sodhi.
But now Sodhi is out, so I don't. So that's why they are not playing 3 spinners. I wonder whether different pitches in Pakistan, different pitches in India. I don't know whether they were.
5-6 overs, right? He
Yeah.
wasn't bowling his full
He
quota.
wasn't bowling his full quota.
He's
No,
not
but
a full quota bowler
Mitchell,
anyway, right?
Because Mitchell's your dibbly doubly, no, at the top there.
Mm.
He can chip in with a few overs. And there were no pitches in Pakistan, Nikhil. There was no pitches. It was
The
just a
roads.
road. Concrete slab.
Yeah, yeah.
essentially. So that is why the test matches, remember, Pakistan didn't win a single test series in 2022. Lost to England, lost to Australia, drew against New Zealand. So they didn't win a single home series. And in the ODIs, barring that
How does
win
it
against...
matter?
Huh?
The batsman got runs, no?
Batsman got one, yes.
Among other things.
That's
They're
the only
happy
thing
with
that
that.
they seem to be getting nowadays. Otherwise, there's no luck.
So maybe because they were roads, they decided to go with
Three
three
spinners.
spinners there, and their spinners are typical wicket to wicket type of bowlers, and I think wicket to wicket type of bowlers trouble India. Like you've got someone like Santner who does that quite often.
Santner is a very smart operator.
Yeah.
Very smart
Very good.
operator.
Michael Bracewell, in a short time, he's shown that he can be accurate wicket to wicket. But the problem with Bracewell is that he misses his length far too often. So he'll either be too short or too full. That's the one problem. Otherwise, if he has a good day, he can be wicket to wicket, drive the runs.
Bracewell was very good in that when Pakistan travelled to New Zealand as well. I think it was just before
The tri-series.
Yes.
Yeah, Bracewell, they
He was,
got him much later, and it was a time I remember, watched a few games when those two were on fire, Rizwan and Babar. They got Bracewell to bowl with the new ball in the power play, and he picked
Troubled
those
them.
wickets a few times. So that he became their trump card against Babar and
Absolutely.
Rizwan.
So that is why it is really, really important that New Zealand's two spinners step up today, because their batting their bowling is pace bowling, barring Ferguson is. So that is why I hope that they put up a better fight than what Sri Lanka did, because Sri Lanka were all.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, but then see, Sri Lanka, to their credit.
what do you mean you hope? Of course they will put a better fight.
Exactly.
Because
You can't lose by 317 runs.
Every
That was the
single time.
biggest loss in the history of ODI cricket.
But-
You actually expect every team to be doing that.
But remember, a full strength, even the best names of New Zealand cricket, whenever they have come to India, they have never won in India. That's why. They have never won a bilateral
What
series
is
in
that
India.
stat that I think the last 5 games or something, New Zealand has won against India or something like that? Somebody
No, but in India, I think they've lost 6.
in India, to yaar,
It's a bagel.
which is the team that comes and wins in India?
None.
For 10 years, no one has.
Yeah.
No, Australia did in 2019.
Australia last
Oh,
2019, that
But
one before the World Cup.
Ashton
such
Turner.
such has been the dominance, I was in fact reading since 2010 we played some 25 odd series, of which India has won 22.
Yeah.
Just 3 series lost in 2 decades nearly.
In fact, some of those would have been drawn series, maybe, because.
I don't think it's been a drawn series.
Ah, that's
you
also
lost
true.
against Pakistan in 22.
Right. I
You
forgot
lost
about
to
that.
Australia in 2019.
19. Yeah.
Which was the other series lost?
South Africa always tends to do well against India.
Oh yeah, 2015 we lost 3-2.
15, right?
2015 we lost 3-2.
Even this time they were challenging enough in the T20 series too.
Yeah.
To be fair, South Africa right now are in the same boat. They're a very good T20 side.
Oh, they are great in bilaterals, but in ICC events, less said the better. Whereas New Zealand,
We can't really be comparing ourselves, by the way.
I mean, New Zealand is the antithesis.
India won't be losing to Netherlands, no?
Can't say.
No.
No, we always dominate the minnows. So.
I mean, the last time we did lose to Minnow. You lost to 2007 Bangladesh, or 1999 Zimbabwe was not a minnow.
Zimbabwe were not a minnow in 99.
Minnows in a ICC tournament.
7, I may say, Bangladesh. But they were a test playing nation.
A test playing nation, but they weren't.
That was a big upset.
It
Okay,
was.
maybe in 1979 Sri Lanka, when they were an associate.
Arey, why are you going?
79 तक पहुंच गए ये बताओ.
17.
But we're talking about the last time, na?
No, that
Yeah,
we
last
have lost
decade
to-
or so.
See, Namibia we have not lost. Netherlands we have not lost. Kenya we didn't lose to them in World Cups.
Yeah, bilaterals and tri-series.
You lost 1-2 games against them.
You lost to Afghanistan in the Asia Cup, but they're not minnows in that format.
No, we didn't lose to Afghanistan.
Asia Cup. Oh no, we won that match. Sorry, we lost
Yeah.
to
Kohli 71.
Yes. Kohli is 100. Yes, of course.
Yeah. So we dominate
We
the
lost to
minnows.
Sri Lanka.
But again,
That's not minnows, na?
Exactly.
no, why I'm saying
Not in the
is,
T20 format.
even the best names of New Zealand cricket, whenever they have come to India for a bilateral series,
The Canes, the Bolts, and the Saudis.
they have not had success. So this inexperienced side, it will be a miracle if they can challenge India. But of course, like Sri Lanka, they don't have a batting. They just are reliant on 1 or 2 players. New Zealand have at least a good solid batting.
True.
What are you guys looking from the Indian team today? What is it that you want to see?
Kohli century yet again.
No, I want to see the batting actually put on a good total. So good solid batting from, of course, the openers, middle order. Maybe if you can get some good runs from the lower order as well, but of course, that would require wickets to fall. So very excited to see Sky today if he gets a chance.
I'm excited firstly about Rohit Sharma. We've not seen him in form. It's a crucial series for
No,
him.
he
I
got
would say.
good runs, yeah.
He got good runs in the previous. I would just want him to continue because again he was patchy all year long last year.
22, yeah.
So important series for him and a good opposition to get some run against as well. But if you ask me, I think what excites me more about this particular series and what I'm looking forward to is the Indian bowling. Because this New Zealand batting is a relatively experienced and a good looking batting, and which is why I would say, even though they look like a depleted side, one could say with the likes of your Saudis and the Williamsons not being there, it still looks like a very, very good batting side. And for the Indian bowlers, this is going to be a test. The batting looks okay for now, but what I am looking forward to is how this bowling responds to batsmen in the side who like playing against some Indian bowlers. Let's say Latham likes playing against spin. Michelle is in good form. So is your Sanders, always a good operator against India. So I would like to see how the bowling really performs against a batting lineup that is looking good right now.
I want to see where does Ishan Kishan bat. Does he bat at number 4 or does he bat at number 5? First things first. Because if he bats at number 5, then he comes into direct competition with KL Rahul going forward. Before this, previously, he was in competition with Shubman Gill for the opening slot. But you now pretty much have sealed that opening slot with Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. So now, the only way an Ishan can come in is if he's going to fight with KL for number 5. So firstly, I want to see if he is batting at 4 or 5. Assuming he bats at 4, and I think he may bat at 4, because you would need a left-hander coming in a bit early, since you've not got in the top 3. So you would need a left-hander. Plus, Ishan's never batted at 5. He's a top 3, top 4 kind of a player. He's batted number 4 in T20 cricket.
Yeah.
So I think he's that sort of a batsman. Whereas Sky, 5 may suit him because he's so used to coming down the order in T20 and probably getting, an impact in 10 odd overs, 15 overs, whatever. That is what you can get in at number 5. So that's interesting. So first that, however, if things are reversed, then not only will Ishan put pressure on someone like a KL Rahul, what if he gets a lot of runs? Does he put pressure? The other is the test of Suryakumar Yadav as a one-day batsman. So we all know that short form impact he can have. But can he also be the guy who comes in at, let's say, number 4 when wickets have fallen early and then bide his time for the first 10 odd overs, take a few singles, and then get adventurous with his shots. So we haven't seen that avatar of Suryakumar Yadav, or whatever little we've seen in ODI cricket. It's not done very well. So these two guys I'm watching very closely. And then Shardul Thakur experiment. While it is going to give you some sort of batting at number 8, but Shardul Thakur also has a tendency of leaking runs. So have you just gone quickly because you couldn't find anybody to the only one who you thought can give you some batting and bowling quickly to a Shardul Thakur? But can that be a long-term solution? Because yes, he will get you some runs at 8. But can he also be as impactful as, let's say, Umran, who you've left out? So how do you do that balance? So I think that is going to be the other test. And Kuldeep Yadav, happy to see that he's getting a extended run. So Kuldeep Yadav, you have Yuzi Chahal breathing down your neck. So he needs to keep picking wickets. If he does, then maybe this series, in fact I'm looking at the entire series, then maybe this series could seal it for Kuldeep Yadav as your first choice spinner, out and out spinner, because one spinner definitely will be an all-rounder. And Washington Sundar has got that chance. Again, a ray of hope for him.
He can get to maybe bowl in the power players also today.
Simply because Akshar Patel has taken a
leave of absence.
Personal leave.
Personal reason.
But when you make that point about Shardul, one thing that stats don't reveal about him is, and people who watched him over the years, including the IPL, he's got this knack of getting you breakthroughs. Yes, he can leak runs at times, but he gets you breakthroughs. And I think for that reason, plus the fact that at number 8, he gives you batting option as well, and suddenly the tail doesn't look that long. Which is why he's a good fit.
But I'm saying you would have to decide whether you want to do this sort of a trade-off. With see, as you've seen, Umran is also getting you wickets, and he's getting you wickets with a lot of impact in that overs that he comes into bowl. Like Sri Lanka, though, he was literally scaring the batsman. May not be the same case with New Zealand because they're used to 150 plus bowlers. They have few in their ranks, so may not be. But all I'm saying is Umran's shown that impact. Can Shardul be that impactful as a bowler? I'm not sure. As said, he's been expensive earlier. Yes, batting he'll much better option when you compare it with Umran. That is there. But is the trade-off worth it? Yeah, is something that I think they'll have to look at. So I think maybe we'll know 2-3 games here. They'll decide. Yes. Okay, let's take lots of super chats. Shubham Garg is saying, let's say number 8 Shardul plays 10 balls, scores 15 runs. But on the other hand, Umran could have taken 2 wickets, which would reduce total by 20 to 25 runs. Shubham, you're saying exactly what I was discussing. I think this is something that we will have an answer to in this series, because the way that they got Shardul in the setup, you knew that he's going to be playing all games. So, yeah.
Also, Rohit Sharma more than hinted yesterday that
he made it very clear. Very clear.
Must have watched sports today. We were going on and on about that number 8. While India was playing the series against Sri Lanka, we kept saying that number 8, you had a Yuzi or a Shami or whoever was
and
coming
Shami plays one way.
at number 8. It doesn't, I'm saying on a day that everything was working, your openers getting run, Virat also getting runs, 100 or whatever, it looked fine. But on a day you are some 24 for 4, that's when you need that number 8 to step up. So, I mean, on a long-term vision, if you want to go with, you'll need to arrange that. Roy SP is saying, had Iyer, KL, Pant been in place of Sky, would they have been in reckoning for ODIs or parameters at referring? Nothing against Surya. No, so Iyer is already there, in the ODI squad. So is KL. Despite KL not having a great run, he was included. They made space for him by giving him the extra responsibility of being a wicketkeeper. So I don't know why, Roy, you feel that others are not given that kind of opportunities like Sky. And by the way, if any one of these guys, assuming that they were not, while they are, assuming that they were not given that chance, I would like to see any batsman dominate T20 cricket like Suryakumar Yadav and then not be given a chance. It's not Suryakumar Yadav's name that has allowed him that. It's what Suryakumar Yadav has done. If a Iyer or a Pant or a KL batted the way he did, absolutely Mad Max style, then you'd have to do it. Clearly they're different players. So obviously what you're extending to a Suryakumar Yadav, you're not going to do it to others. Done, or the only 2 super chats? Sanatana asking, have I found my laptop? No, I haven't.
Damn.
Interpol.
Even Interpol were disappointing.
CBI and everything else that was said.
They slacked off.
Nothing has helped me. Our only hope is Sports Today family. We'll do some jasusi.
Some good Samaritan out there.
Yeah.
What happened? I'm absolutely not privy to the developments. What is happening?
Oh yeah, 2 days he was off.
He was off, no?
But he is watching a show. He's putting the clips of us
and all,
discussing. So
I was
he knows
missed.
what was happening.
Oh, but then I
See, he
didn't.
knows. He knows everything.
I don't know the laptop.
Ignorance right now. He could take out clips and put it that I
Maybe we only saw that clip and shut it off. I'm so happy.
No.
Mentioned, shut it off. Done.
I know.
Must have watched the full thing.
Yeah, but then
Shivam, what do you say? He was watching the shows, na? That's
I
how
did
he was
watch the show. I didn't watch yesterday. I thought,
It was a Monday, so we spent so much time discussing.
I also thought
yes.
11:45 and 11:30.
By the way, good point by freaking awesome, and I wanted to make that. We also, this series is also going to see if Gill can continue his good form. Because now you're playing good teams in New Zealand,
correct.
followed by Australia. I know as of today, if you ask me, the World Cup opening pair is done. But that is as of today. Things change in Indian cricket. 2 months down the line, 2 bad series, everything.
Exactly, we can say cast in stone, but if 2 bad series, then the stones are broken and new stones are cast.
Yeah.
That's quite alright.
One more. Read somebody.
Yeah. So Roy SP saying no. It's not about T20. Let's not mix formats. Had these 3 had the same numbers in ODIs, they would have been in exile. And when has Rahul been bad in ODIs?
No. Oh, by the way, overall Rahul's record we did take out is not great. So we took out last 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, in 2022, his ODI record was bad. 5 series, last 5 series. Prior to Sri Lanka, his ODI record was pretty poor.
Yeah.
But then he had a good series against Sri Lanka.
No, but whereas numbers in ODI scheme of things look good is when he bats at number 5. So even though the sample size is not that big, he does average somewhere around 50 and his strike rate's around 100 in that limited sample size of him batting at number 5 is concerned.
But what Roy SP is saying, that he's saying that what if others didn't have a great time in ODIs, would they have got a chance? Yes, if they were, I'm repeating that, if they were as dominating in T20s as Sky has been, you would have to. I don't think there's some special privileges that Sky has got. It's just what he's done in T20.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And when has Rahul been bad? I mean, we told you last 5 ODIs series prior to Sri Lanka. He was bad in that, so unfortunately.
No, he's not playing, he's just come out.
Yeah, he's part of the squad. He's part of the squad. Only missing the first ODI.
No, usually I think for the anthem only the 11 come, na?
No, generally sometimes they send out the 15 also. For bilaterals, I think that's the rule.
Aotearoa.
Would have been better if they were doing a haka.
Yeah, I know.
That really gets the mood going.
Exactly. I don't understand this concept of playing a national anthem for these kind of events. Play the haka, play the culture.
Maybe because
Haka, these guys doing Haka will not have an impact. Look
the
at
All
those
Blacks
rugby
doing it,
players,
yeah.
when they do the Haka.
Many of them are good rugby players also.
Yeah, but you see the size difference, na?
No, I mean, Tom Latham is...
One or two you're going to take. Make the New Zealand rugby team stand next to the New Zealand cricket team.
They are okay. I mean, we are on TV, they may look big and strong, but they are like the New Zealand cricketers also.
No, yeah.
Richie McCaw, forget Richie McCaw, forget Ali Williams.
Please open the New Zealand rugby team image. Open it.
All Blacks, type All Blacks. For example, do you know Brendan McCullum could
We'll
have been
have
All
3-4 of them for breakfast, each one of those guys.
But
All Blacks,
All
SSS.
Blacks.
Ambas.
Did you know that Brendan McCullum could have been one of your best All Blacks players had not...
Come on, yeah. Doesn't have the physique to be that.
He was...
Look at those guys. Open the image.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Retallick. That's Brodie Retallick there.
No, I'm sure even in rugby you'd have a place for shorter players somewhere.
Yeah, 1 or 2 maybe. I'm saying overall and on an average. Can't compare a rugby team to
the cricket team. No, probably
and I've seen the South African rugby team and the South African cricket team next to each other, and I could see the difference.
Yeah, the South African and the Springboks team are brutes.
Yeah.
You see, there's one short guy there.
Must be. He also must be but he also must be like some 20-inch bicep type short guy.
Yeah,
but them when they're screaming the haka, that's a
wow. The Sipitao and the haka, you have that battle. No, it's a sight. The Sipitao was stronger, and the All Blacks dominant as always. But the South Africans, they are a different beast because they rely only on power.
Yeah,
you look at the likes of Andre Pollard, you look at all those other brutes in that team.
Springboks.
I think we had a super chat by
That's Dan Carter, by the way. The one of the greatest 5.
Now you see that guy now in the corner? All the cricket team would be like that.
Yeah, most of the...
They'll be like that.
Most of
them. While you'll have 1 or 2...
The rest of them are towering.
Yeah. There's Brodie Retallick. That's...
Can we take the super
that guy, by the way, is the fastest runner in the New Zealand All Blacks team. Bowden Barrett. They have 3 brothers, no? Bowden, Geordie and Richard. The Barrett brothers, who are revolutionizing the All Blacks.
Okay, what's the question?
I don't understand in every World Cup we don't have killer bowlers, Shubham Garg is saying. Then every time in bilateral we ultimately tilt towards batting depth.
Because you can have both, they're not mutually exclusive. You can have killer bowlers but also have some batting depth.
Yeah, and see, who is your killer bowler in this Indian cricket team? He's referring to Umran Malik, right?
I would, to be fair, right now the killer bowler we have would be Siraj. Undoubtedly.
And remember, Jasprit Bumrah is slotting back in.
And don't forget, Siraj today playing on his home ground.
Yes, Hyderabad. So, sorry to say, but I do agree, SR is saying, sorry to say, but I do agree that the others wouldn't have gotten the same run as Sky. T20 is different, ODI is different, Test is different.
No, I think, see, if Shreyas Iyer was out of the ODI side, but banging numbers the way Surya was, he'd 100% be in the ODI team.
I don't agree with that. SR.
Who's opening the bowler?
Henry Shipley.
Oh, Shipley, this is a new guy.
Yeah.
Malay is saying Rohit 100 loading. Even I have a feeling that in this series, Rohit is going to be getting that because he's getting very close, but then not getting the 100. I think this series.
50 innings, 50 plus innings, he's not scored. International innings, not scored a century. Rohit Sharma. His time might be coming today. And remember, Hyderabad, even for an IPL venue, he's got very good memories there. 2 IPL trophies at this venue. Remember, he won 2017 and 2019. Both were at Uppal.
Both were. Plus, don't forget, he's also won this thing with the actual Hyderabad franchise.
Yeah, Deccan.
Of course, that was in South Africa. But
The
still.
Deccan Chargers. So, yes, Shipley is opening the
Did he get a hat trick with them also?
He took a hat trick with them, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know that.
Mehak Danju.
Arey. There.
For you,
Paji.
all black
Paji.
physique with New Zealand cricketers. Yeah.
I mean,
Have you seen their legs and biceps? That's what I said. Like the legs of the cricketers may just be the biceps of some of those guys.
Oh, come on. You're way
Obviously, it's an
overstating
exaggeration.
it.
But I'm making
See,
a
I can
point. Obviously, I'm
understand.
not saying measure it. And,
I can understand if he's talking about the Maori lineage players in the All Blacks. I can
even
understand
these guys, that I'm telling you, that guy you see,
That
they'll
guy.
all be
He's the
there.
exception
It's
to
the
the rule.
same. The cricket team would be there. You see the rest of the guys, when you put them next to each other, you'll know.
Okay.
Open, which are the names that you were taking? What's that guy's
Dan
name?
Carter, Dan
the
Carter.
big guy who's standing there?
Who? Which big guy? There are 3 big
Which
guys.
is Dan Carter? Get up and show me
That guy. This guy.
Dan Carter.
What about
He's
the guy
still
who's,
short.
Borden Barrett.
See,
What about
he's
the guy
only picking out the
with the
short
short
guy.
ones? Who's that guy who's like second to right?
He's quite tall.
No, second to right.
Hey,
This
Second to right, yeah, right.
Second from right.
How you're like an auto wala? He's forgetting right, left.
That
I
bloke.
am forgetting right
the
now.
one next to him.
This guy is...
Not the tiny guy.
No, not the tiny.
Where the mouse is.
This
there.
one. Wait. I don't know this guy.
Of course. He was.
He won't know. He's found all the short,
the short ones.
and saying this can this.
Charlie Favomina.
चलो चार्ली फाउमी का वेट निकालो कितना है
Weight and height.
go type it go type the
You wouldn't even know the spelling. So.
they have a
They have a love-hate
Love-hate.
relationship.
I accept it.
Meanwhile, their opening bowler started off with 2 wides. What we call referring to as a
what
saransh.
is his name
Charlie Favomina.
come on open it अरे बस just type that अपने आप the profile
लो आपको भी नहीं पता इसका लिंक
See.
6 feet 2 inches
102 kgs?
kilos tell me how many plays
No cricketer would
and
have
he's
that.
not
No
even the,
No cricketer.
and he's an average height guy 6 feet
For the
All Blacks
Exactly.
there are like some 3 guys next to him are taller than him
तो ठीक.
what do you compare
I can see 5 who are probably bigger than him.
yeah
If you go towards the end of the line.
102 kilos, yeah. There won't be a single guy who's 100 plus.
102 kilos, that is one of the average height was.
You can't be.
Jesse Ryder was 102 kilos.
I thought that.
So then he faced so much flack also, no?
But you have to
And
also
did he last that long?
You have to
Yeah,
understand.
but he didn't last long because of a very freakish injury. No?
That too. But his fitness also was an issue, right?
But he was an issue to an extent.
Not the most agile guy anyway.
Hello, what is Chandresh saying?
He's looking like an Indian Idol contestant.
Sidvi is looking like an Indian Idol contestant with the microphone.
What is his ID?
ID?
Oh, Indian Idol ID.
Hey, you have those things pasted, no? Right on the shirt.
No ID. It's 0 here.
Contestant number.
Yep. It's 0. No ID.
No idea.
Okay, bye now.
Okay, bye. See you
See
for
you.
the mid innings. Henry Shipley. Okay.